I don't mind him as a player, and I think he's probably going to start cementing his place in this team. The problem for me is if you're picking him, who are you not picking in this Liverpool team? So the hottest of the hot you could possibly get. If Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was not there, then actually I think he would move up that heat scale. Welcome to Chasing Green Arrows. My name is Andy, and this is the Source Meter. Very, very low. Very cool. I don't think I'll be investing in Thomas Partey personally. I don't think he will consistently get forward enough. He was attacking the set pieces fairly well at the weekend, but I don't see him being somebody that I will be looking at moving forward. Yeah, as long as he's fit, we've got to be looking out for press conferences because I think he went off injured in the last game week. So as long as he's fit, then I do really like it. I think the double up with him and Tony is something to really look forward to, especially moving forward as well, because they've got some lovely fixtures moving forward. I think it's Newcastle and Norwich up next as well. So if he is fit, then he is a definite hot from me. For me, he's going to be low down on the Source Meter. I don't mind him as a player, and I think he's probably going to start cementing his place in this team. The problem for me is if you're picking him, who are you not picking in this Liverpool team? So for me, I think you're going to have Salah, you've got to have Trent, and then who are you going to spend that third pick on? Are you going to use it on a central defender that isn't really going to be getting many attacking returns? Probably not. For me, I would definitely be targeting Robertson, Mane, and even Jota should still be in our thoughts moving forward, more so than Konate. So he'd probably be my fourth or fifth choice on the list of players that I would be wanting for that third Liverpool position. So he is quite cool for me, unfortunately. So Foden is somebody that I am looking to get in myself, and he is the hottest of the hot you could possibly get. For me, he is finally getting the minutes. As long as he doesn't play midweek, I'm pretty sure that means that he is nailed for that Crystal Palace team, against Crystal Palace, I should say, not in the Crystal Palace team. And I can see him doing very well for the rest of the season. This is the Phil Foden we've been wanting to see for a couple of years now. So I think the fact that we're getting him in now, I think that's a very good go for me. I would say Kai Havertz is a medium, personally. I've got him in my team. I brought him in last week and captained him. But I feel like it's still there. 7-0 win. He was the only one that didn't do anything. I'm only putting him as a medium because he hasn't played a lot of football and he didn't show a lot in the last weekend. Whereas what I would really be wanting, yes, Mount is somebody that people are going to be bringing in, but I feel like that's chasing points a little bit. Chelsea are a cracking team. They're going to do well against these kind of teams as well. And I think Kai is a medium. I probably wouldn't be buying him now, but I would, if I had him, I would definitely be holding him. I would struggle a little bit here, mainly because I feel like he's cool on the Source Meter. And that is to do with the fact that Watford are not very good at keeping clean sheets. Although they seem to be getting a few wins at the moment, they're not very good at getting those clean sheets. And that's what you want from your keeper, especially if they are a cheaper keeper as well. So for me, he's very, very cool. Yeah, yes, Bruno's an interesting one, actually. I feel like he's a medium heat at the moment. The reason is because obviously United are struggling, but his creativity stats are still very, very good if you have a look at his underlying stats. He's got the players around him. We know what he can do. He's still potentially on penalties anyway. So when you've got that creativity and the fact he's on penalties there, and Spurs don't really keep a lot of clean sheets either. So he is about a medium for me. If Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was not there, then actually I think he would move up that heat scale. But the fact he's there kind of keeps him at a medium. United aren't obviously playing very well at the moment. And for the money, I think he's hard to invest in. But if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was to leave, then maybe you could start having a look at him again and he could start creeping up that heat meter. Yeah, I feel like I'm doing this a lot. He's probably going to be another medium one for me. He's never been prolific in front of goal, and he always looks a bit like a puppy chasing after a ball, where if the ball goes with him, perfect, but if it doesn't, it's not the end of the world. Leeds are really struggling at the moment. They're missing out on a lot of their creative players, a lot of their players that can finish the ball for them as well. And Rafinha is a maybe at the moment for the weekend, and if he's out, I'm not backing anybody. Norwich do know how to keep clean sheets. I know they've just lost 7-0, but before that, they kept 2 clean sheets. So you'd think that against Leeds at home as well, maybe this is one of those ones where investing in Leeds isn't the best idea. So he is a medium to cool for me. He is somebody that needs to be on your watch list, I think. So I would put him as a cool to medium, mainly because he seems to be struggling to adapt to our game. And I think he's a quick player. When he came on, he looked very, very good. And he dribbled past 2 or 3 people very, very quickly against Arsenal, which was lovely to see. But I just think with Watkins and Ings up front, it's probably going to be those two that are getting the goals. So for me, I think Bailey is a watch. But if he starts getting a run of games and he starts looking good and the fixtures start looking good, then maybe he could move up to the medium on the scale. So this has been the Source Meter from Chasing Green Arrows. Please make sure you like and subscribe to the video. It really, really helps. I've been Andy, FPL Teach Mode. You can find me on Twitter. Thank you very much for listening, and hopefully they'll be seeing you again next week.